is he doing? I am dirty. Right there next to me is Amanda, and I have no idea what Daddy Ed is doing. What are you doing, buddy? We can see it. We can see it, Ed.
We're live right now.
Yeah, Ed, we're live. I'm just saying. People can see everything you're doing, Ed.
Sorry, guys.
You can talk. So let's talk. First thing and foremost, home opener is this week. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your guys' trip to D.C. and how you guys were recognized in D.C.
25 hours in the car with my daughter.
Well, wasn't it fun, Ed?
Watch what you say.
You didn't have a good time?
As my youngest son would say, it was life-changing.
Life-changing, but we are live. You see right down there, we are live at Murphy's on 21 13226 Tess on Ferry Road. If you are in the area, come hang out with us. I'm wearing the BHawk hat. I mean, should I wear my regular hat that I got from Dick's, which I'm not really fond of?
It beats DC Red, so go with that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dude, but you'll stretch my head out, Amanda.
So, you know what?
Your head's gotten so
here.
Your head's gotten so big as of late.
I would stretch it out. You probably would be okay.
I'm just here today.
Is that what it is? You're just here today? Is that what it is?
Just, you know.
So wait, where do we want to start? Because, I mean, I have this beautiful brass ring right here in front of me. We are grabbing, literally, this is a metaphor. We are grabbing the brass ring. I have, the good doctor goes, what? WTF, what are you wearing? I'm wearing a BHawks hat.
A mess.
Right.
A mess.
And you can come see Caitlin. She's behind the bar tonight.
She's wearing a mess.
Yes, I am stroking the brass ring that we are grabbing.
And he either performs or we're choking the chicken. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I mean, we are live. We are in a bar. So we can kind of be a little more rough. Oh, there it is. It's already starting. There's the cacaws already starting.
People are already calling you idiot.
Yes, people are always, talking about it. So let's really get into it. So DC, we played DC, right? You guys did the drive. Yes, I am pole dancing. No, we are grabbing the brass ring. The brass ring there. So you guys went to DC. So how, other than the 25-hour drive that you had with Amanda, Ed, how was the experience?
You want to go first?
Might as well just get it out of
Why
me.
don't you go first? Because by the time I get done, we'll right here.
Listen, you guys, I had the best experience because I was with my dad. No.
You got to talk up a little, Amanda.
Okay, so
There you go. You're normally loud. Why are you not loud today?
I hate him. I really do. I don't like him.
Microphone's right there, Amanda.
In all
Face the camera.
seriousness-
Face the camera. Microphone is right there.
I am. I'm looking right at it.
Oh, okay.
Leave me alone.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, thanks, Mayor, so much. My dad and I literally had the best time. We got to meet the man, Kevin Atkins, whom is here in spirit.
Get your Ed put his shrine up.
Yeah, literally. So Kevin Atkins is with us right now in spirit, but got to meet him. Seriously, we talked with him for a good 10, 12 minutes. He was awesome. I kind of was able to say a few things. My dad kind of took over from there, but it was a lot of fun. We also got to see 8 men, and I got to meet the coach's wife, who she's beautiful and very, very sweet. Had the best time on the field. So, Mayor, can't thank you enough for that, seriously. And the game, where do you want me to start?
Well, you got your picture taken with a very handsome man, and Austin Kroll's even in it too.
Yeah, that we weren't talking about you.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
have a
who
picture.
was the handsome man?
He
Well,
says he is.
I was that.
No talking about.
Oh, gosh.
Austin
Okay.
Kroll was only a benefit.
Yeah, Austin Kroll was in the picture. He's a very, very nice guy. Yeah, we had a really,
But
really,
it was really good.
time.
I mean, 25 hours in a car within a 2-day period. My daughter and I, 25 hours in a car. We both got back. That says a lot right there.
Got to see my dad get a little emotional. It was a great, great experience. And
Did
when
he
I
cry?
say emotional,
I
he got
blame it.
emotional because
I blame it on the
he's
elevator.
really, he's blaming on
Somebody
the
just
elevation
said, good
there.
thing you didn't get your picture taken with A-Train's favorite player, Hageman.
Well, let's do we want to talk about that now, or do we
No,
want to
we're not going to talk about
later?
that right now because you know
'Cause
what,
you
bro?
know that's
You got one roll. You got one roll.
That's Amanda's kicker.
Listen to me. I like you, Hageman, but me and you right now, you have one roll.
I will say.
Just get it between here.
I will say,
Get it here.
in the Causa Law Fantasy League this week, he got Amanda negative points again.
Wow.
And I will say for the season, he is 3 for 7.
But what did he say in that interview? You never stopped. He never lost. What?
Well, I believe I see somebody in a pecker
What
hat.
did he say in the interview? What did Hageman say in the interview?
No, there's somebody sitting here in a pecker hat that said that Hageman is going to be the most improved player of
I
the
did
year.
not say that.
But did you not hear it? On Tuesday, he said Hageman Mako down is the most improved player.
No, I said he's going to go down as the worst player.
Well, I wouldn't know. You said most improved.
Of the year. Worst.
And I would say it's not hard to be the most improved when you're 3 for 7 through week 3. Come on now.
That's true. You got a point.
Oh my God.
But excuse me, what did he say in the interview?
He said, never a doubt.
Never a doubt, people.
3 for 7.
Never a doubt.
Never a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But when I saw
We
that
won't go
cake
there.
on Sunday,
No, we're talking about the experience now. Let's get back to
let
it.
me
So
just-
somebody wants to know, Andrew wants to know, did you guys see any other sights while you were up there?
We did. We drove right by what Amanda called the pencil, but it's actually the Washington.
Wait,
Monument.
hold on. Whoa, stop. You you called the Washington Monument
I didn't. She
a
did.
pencil.
She did. She called it the pencil.
You see that right there? The pencil. Give that to me. Give me a pencil.
This is not.
See, people? This is exactly what it looked like. Right here.
And so when she was admiring the pencil,
She says this looks like the Washington Monument.
Was it not?
Was
it not?
So I said,
Just
okay,
colors.
you're looking to the left at the pencil. Look to the right. You see the Lincoln Monument.
That's true.
That's where it happened. I said, now you watch Forrest Gump, right?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite movie.
Forrest Gump ran down the steps.
Yep. To
into
Jenny.
the water to get Johnny.
Stop it.
Jenny.
So all of a sudden she starts getting emotional because I'm giving her like the DC experience. I'm not even from DC, and I'm giving her the DC.
I could say something.
I guess everyone needs to. I mean, can you guys not figure out what this is? It's a BHawk head.
It's a mess.
It's a BHawk head.
It's a BHawk head, but some would call it a pecker head.
It's a battle.
Right, yeah. I mean, like right here, John goes, "Dirty, what the hell is on your head?"
A mess.
See, Forrest Gump would wear this hat. Yes, he would.
A mess.
You know, Jenny.
Just because I'm not smart, Mike.
So you guys did see some sights, but then you get to the game. So like, where did you guys go? Where did you guys hang out pregame? Because DC doesn't allow tailgating, right?
Well,
that's so they say.
So they say, okay.
So they say.
There was some, and I asked him if I could have a beer, and he said I could have a piece of pizza. I said no, thank you.
How was the pizza? Was it terrible?
I didn't take
We
it.
met a group of 4 guys that drove in from Ohio. They picked up their friend when he got off work, and they drove in from Ohio.
Right.
They had a
And you got to look at the camera.
They had a stack of 4 boxes of pizza.
Okay.
And they said, "Would you like a piece of pizza?" And I said, "I think we're going to pass." I mean, driving in from Ohio,
So here we got people saying helicopters have blades, not beaks. Somebody says Dirty is now known as Peckerhead or Dirty Pecker.
I was going to say, Dirty's you've never been accused of being a peckerhead.
No, just a few. Maybe just a few times. I've been confused with being a peckerhead.
I like it.
All right, so
though.
you guys were walking around DC. Did you guys
Okay, so
make it
we-
over to Walters?
So we need
No.
to focus. We need to focus. On that. Okay.
No, we met a very nice man, Jason Ganella, who escorted us onto the field to meet the players. And I cannot thank him also enough. That was very, very kind of him to do that. And my dad said if there was one person that he wanted to meet the entire time, it was this man right here,
Right here.
Kevin Atkins. And who do we see? The very first person we
That
walk
is
on
warm.
the field.
Amanda,
This guy.
Are you boy?
That is warm. And I told you, I don't know why you
He
built
can
the
see
shrine.
it.
This is the you and the Lou.
Ed, you got to
First-
look at the camera to talk.
No, but I'm talking to my man here. This is my dog. See that? Move out of the way here.
Hey, you can see
See
it.
my dog right here. This is my dog. And this is my dog. This is Kevin Atkins right here. He's the first official inductee into the You and the Lou Hall of Fame.
Sorry.
Now, all I can say is stay tuned Sunday because Amanda and I,
Have something planned.
where are we going to be at Sunday?
Broadway Boat Bar. We have something planned, so come out and trust
I
me,
guarantee
you'll want to
you-
be there for
I
it.
guarantee you, especially the ladies, you're going to want to be there on Sunday.
You're gonna want.
Wait, hold on.
No, you don't need to know. Don't ask
Why
me
the
questions.
ladies?
Just be quiet.
Oh, you got to stay tuned, baby.
Oh, okay.
You know, when you say you and the Lou, that's just the start. Okay? We're starting a movement. We're starting a movement that when the game comes, whenever Kevin Atkins kills it,
Uh-huh.
whether it's a sack, whether it's a fumble recovery, I don't care what it is. When he comes off the field and he represents
Mhm.
with the U, you know what the U, we talked
We
about
talked about the U last
we
week.
talked about the U. Let's just put it this way. He is going to have a contingent behind him that he will hear in the stadium come Sunday. And when we're at the boat bar, it's only going to set the stage for what you're going to hear in the stadium.
All right, so now we were here at Murphy's on 21, watching the game. You guys were there live.
Yep.
Apparently, I've been replaced on my show on Thursday.
Who's that? By who?
I don't know. I don't know. Somebody wants to know what time. What time are we starting on Sunday? I think we're getting there at like 8 o'clock. I think.
We're starting at, we're going to be there at 8 o'clock.
Right,
When
yeah.
is the show going to be? Because this is going to be live. It's got to
Well,
be
yeah.
live.
I mean, we're gonna go. I think we start spinning records at 9:30. So then we'll go live from there from the tailgate around 9:30.
I would say that this particular segment. I'm getting suggestions from our crowd here. Hold on.
Okay, it says use paper after the movement in the loop.
All I can say is
Here we go.
that once Amanda and I make our announcement on Sunday, we're following it up with the hardware, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're not only going to have the hardware that they will use on the sideline.
So John goes, are we going to be able to walk to the game starting that early? Yes, because we're professional. It ain't like we're going to get
Yeah.
sloppy face drunk, right?
Come on, walk.
But just because we're going to be drinking the blue water for 3 hours doesn't mean you can't walk to the stadium. That's your
Hot vodka.
problem. Self-control.
Yeah, this is BHawk Live. This is the crew and myself, Dirty, Amanda, and Daddy Ed. We are broadcasting live at Murphy's on 21, 13226 Test on Ferry Road. Come down and join us. If you are in town, come hang out with us. Kaylin's behind the bar in her cowboy boots. Look, yep, they're nice, pink, and watching the rodeo. And then Amanda and Ed got their cups that they've been filling up with the delicious beverages here at Murphy's on 21. So now,
The blue concoction that only Murphy's can provide.
That's right.
all right. So you guys are at the game.
Yep.
We were here at Murphy's watching the game, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
Well, can I finish, Ed?
No, because
Can I finish?
okay.
Okay. All right. I will say this. I know I've been critical of A.J. McCarron over the last 2 weeks, saying he has not put a complete game together.
That ain't no joke.
But
no.
he has not put a complete game, 60-minute complete game together yet.
Can I comment on that though?
Sure, go ahead.
You finish what you're gonna do.
Somebody goes, Russ goes, this is Edsha.
No. No.
You keep saying that, you'll never see me again.
No, here's what I'm saying. For the first 2 weeks, he had not put a complete game together. It'd been a total of 3.5 minutes of good football from A.J. McCarron. This week, I would say this was his first complete game where he threw for over 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Is it my turn now?
But we had what was called terrible play calling in the last minutes of the game.
Is it my turn now?
Sure, Ed,
It
go.
wasn't just the last minutes of the game.
That's
people.
true.
It started
So here's the
within
deal.
the first minute and a half of the game.
So here's the deal.
And Hill, I got your back, buddy.
The quarterback runs what the offensive coordinator calls, right?
Yes.
All I'm going to say is when you start the game off with a 6-yard sack and the offensive coordinator calls in a run up the middle, followed by another run up the middle, do you think McCarron is going to shine? Come on now.
Hold on, this was literally his
Come
best
on
game.
now.
Hold on.
Let's not accuse him of not putting 60 minutes together
Hold on.
when he's running what the offensive coordinator
Hold
tells him to
on.
run.
Do you want me to pull up his stats?
I don't care about stats. You said the same thing yesterday.
Here we
all
go.
dirty is all about stats. I don't give a
It's after hours.
I don't give a shi about stats. It's all about did you win the game or lose the game? Okay?
That's not what it's always about, though.
So finally, when the offensive coordinator knows that, okay, it's the end of the game, we got to perform, he calls plays accordingly.
Let me ask you this. In the NFL.
It's not all about the stats. Let me tell you why it's not all
In
about
the
the
NFL.
Stats don't mean nothing.
Hold on.
Let me give you a
Hold
proof.
on.
No, give me
In
this.
the NFL, who is the best quarterback in the game?
I can tell you who's not.
According to stats,
I can tell
let's
you who's
talk
not.
about stats, okay?
Aaron Rodgers, best quarterback in the game.
No, let's talk
When?
about
Before
the
or after
XFL.
he goes in hiding? Before or after he's in
Who
hiding?
gives a crap about the NFL right now? We're talking about the XFL.
Right.
Who's got the best stats in the XFL?
Seattle.
Danucci.
Ben DiNucci. Let's
Yep.
talk about Ben DiNucci.
Ben DiNucci, best stats in the
Week
game.
number 1.
Mayor
Week
Danucci.
number 1 against DC.
Mm-hmm.
They're driving for the final drive that's going to win them the game. What does DiNucci do?
I was there. He fumbled the ball.
He fumbled the ball away and they lost the game.
Mm-hmm.
Week number 2. They're up by, 3 points, I think? Something like that. DiNucci is driving the ball against the Battlehawks. He gets down to the 18-yard line. What happens? He fumbles the ball. Okay? I don't give a crap if you got 500 yards passing, you're 50 for 60 if you can't perform when the lights.
They won, though. They won.
No,
Seattle won.
No, they didn't.
Seattle won this
No,
week.
they did not.
Everybody,
no,
this is a
no,
debate.
I'm talking about week
This is
2.
Dirty's
Oh, yeah,
debate.
week
It's
two.
a
I'm talking
debate.
about
I'm
week
just here.
2.
I'm the
When
mediator.
push come to shove.
Okay, so here's
Come
McCarron. This was McCarron this week, right? 26-42, 262, 6.2 average yards per play, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Longest was a 24-yarder, and he was 4 sacks for 23 yards.
But can I say this? No.
Go ahead.
His best game yet.
No.
Oh, good.
But I also don't hear the other quarterbacks sitting in a press conference crying and whining either.
Ooh, I didn't say that.
So
Sorry.
here,
I didn't
so
say
here,
that
so
one.
here's
Listen,
the jury.
no. You cannot play both sides of the fence. Okay, I'm a huge McCarron fan, but at the same time, I really hope both sides, DC and Battlehawks, watch that game back because I'm telling you, it is a tit for tat situation.
It was, because I did
Both of
rewatch
them
the
were
game.
doing it, and
Okay.
it's like slapping a kid
But
on
also-
the hand. You can't expect them to not do it again because they're going to do it again.
But also, week 3, DiNucci. How many turnovers did he have?
None.
Bull. He
No.
had 2.
No.
He fumbled the ball away in week 3.
No, that
He
went out
threw
of
it-
bounds. He fumbled that out of bounds.
No.
Yeah.
No. Danucci had a fumble that he lost, and he had an interception that he lost.
Here's what I'll say. McCarron is the 3rd best quarterback in the XFL
And
right now.
and Kirk Cousins is like 10th, okay?
And you got
I don't
Ben.
think
You know
so.
who's better? Ben DiNucci and Brandon Silvers. You know who I said the MVP?
Ben DiNucci is 1 and 2.
You know who I said the MVP of the league is so far? Brandon Silvers.
And you're smoking dope because
They're undefeated.
they're undefeated.
Undefeated.
They're undefeated because of their defense.
Their defense is in the middle of the pack, though.
Oh, boy. Come on, man.
Look up the stats. They're in the middle of the pack defense.
If they're middle
You know
of the
who's
pack,
got the 2nd most sacks in the XFL? The BHawks. You know who's got the 1st? Vipers at 151. We're at 150.
oh my God.
See? That's all I'm saying.
Do you want to be a part of this? Or do you want to just like move on?
See, somebody says Kirk Cousin blows ass.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
Kirk Cousins blows ass because he's a DiNucci.
He does.
You
All right,
can
anyways,
have-
Let's
DiNucci can
get
have-
back to the game. Let's get back to the game.
DiNucci can have all the stats you want, but at the end of the day, does he come through at the end? Week 1, fumbled it away.
They should have won that
lost.
game, though.
Week 2, they have a chance to go up 2 scores against the BHawks. He fumbles. And not only that, but then on the possession that mattered, he's bagging his coaching staff on the way out the field saying, can't we run the ball? When week 1, they tried to run the ball with him, he fumbles it away. Week 2, they tried to run the ball with him. When it was 4th and 1, he fumbles the ball away. The guy is all about himself.
This is the
Not
see. That's
the
listen.
team.
That's what you can talk about tomorrow since you replaced me
Yeah, you were
on the X Fan show.
All right. You said give me.
Good God. Third game.
Let's
they
talk about the
bar-
BHawks.
The third game he won.
But the
Because
BHawks.
why?
Listen, hold on.
He
Let's
won
get to it.
why at the very end.
Okay, let me ask you this question. So we're watching the game, right?
Yeah.
And here's what I see. We're down by what? 8 points. We're still in the game with a minute and a half. And when have we won all of our games? With a minute and a half left in every game so far, right? Who do I see on the sideline? Coach Beck. Headset off. We get that fumble on the 1 yard line. Rushing to get his headset. Now, why are they, to me, that showed that you gave up in that last minute
But
and a half.
to me, it shouldn't come down to the last minute
I
and
agree
a half
with
of
you
a
on that.
football game to actually win it either.
I agree, and
Well,
it shouldn't be.
Let's put it this
Sorry.
way. At halftime, and we'll talk about our experience, but at halftime when it was 14-14, we had that game.
Let's just
And
say
we
this
let it
hyena
get- and
lost
we
her
let
voice.
it get away.
This hyena
Which
lost
one?
her voice.
This week?
Bad.
This week.
You think so?
Because
I
here's
think
the
DC
deal.
outplayed us.
Because here's the deal. At halftime,
No, they did not. No,
at
they did not.
halftime, after we took their best shot, I'm like, I got to keep looking at the camera. So I'm going to do it with
No,
my
no,
daughter.
no, no,
I'm
no,
gonna do
no,
it
no,
with
no,
my
no,
daughter.
no.
So
Let me just say this. Listen, there's no reason at all that we should have lost that game whatsoever.
When you
In the
got
very
listen,
begin-
when you get out coached,
No,
then yes,
it's
you're going to
one-
lose the
it's
game.
So, my man Atkins.
It's not even
My
about
man
that.
Atkins right here.
We lost 7
the big
points in the
dog-
first half of the,
the
game.
big dog,
7 points.
Actually, we lose 4. I think we lost 14, didn't we? Because we missed two field goals that we should have had.
Well, no, we
There was
only
only
kicked
one field
we
goal.
One
only
field goal?
kicked
Okay.
one
One
field
field goal to kick
We
and you
only
missed
kicked.
it.
It is true, we
we
did.
only kicked one field goal against DC, and why is that? Because the coaching staff probably pretty much decided after he missed the first field goal by, let's put it in TV terms when I'm measuring on the TV, it wasn't even close. Okay, so going off the field at halftime. Nobody knows the situation better than my big dog Atkins here.
Listen, our defense played great.
Because as they're leaving the field, Atkins is purposely holding back. But remember, he's got his helmet on because he knows what's coming, right? He's got his helmet on. He's standing in front of the tunnel, but he's looking at the DC crowd, and he's completely.
Now, let me ask you guys about that. You guys were there in D.C.
He's
So
completely baiting them. Man.
right now, there was Twitter, Sportsbook put out a thing saying that D.C. might have the best fan base. You guys were there live. Okay.
They can't go by that.
Let's-
We
Hold
haven't
on.
played a home game yet.
That's true, but as of right now, I don't know how they're comparing this or whatever. Maybe they're going from
Okay, let me
2020.
answer your question.
Well, okay, what was that atmosphere like?
Yeah,
Let's
let
go
me
with
answer
that.
that question. First of all, best fan base, in my opinion, absolutely not. You know why? Because fans don't throw lemons on the field.
Yes, they
That's
do.
ridiculous.
The
No,
Eagles
they
fans
don't.
do. Eagles
They
fans throw
also
batteries.
don't
I
do a
love
beer
that.
snake that was given back to them
No,
and
no.
take cups and proceed to throw them
let's-
on the field. Either
Yeah, you
when they're
do when
done
you
with
win.
them.
When you
Sorry.
win, yes.
I don't think so.
Let's talk
Disrespectful.
about.
See,
let's-
right here, the good
wait,
doctor says DC does have the best fans.
Let's
I
talk.
disagree, good doctor.
Let's
Sorry.
let's clarify that.
Disagree.
Let's clarify that. They have the best fans to date.
Okay, well, I'm not asking about that. I'm just saying.
They
You
have the
guys
best-
were there live.
How can we compete with the best fans to date when we haven't had a home game yet?
That's
They
true.
were nice to us.
Okay.
I will say that.
Okay,
They were
that's
very
what I'm
nice.
asking. That's what I'm asking because
Yes.
we've seen in St. Louis, right? That
So
we're
let-
not very nice to opposing fan bases when they come in.
so
Well, you know
let's
why?
talk-
Because
let's-
we only have 2 viewers, right?
let's-
We
let's
apparently
not-
only have 2
no,
people that
no,
watch our show.
no,
So let me just say
no,
this.
hold on.
We
I don't
had
know
no,
about-
listen. We only have 2 people that watch our show, right?
And they
So
were
let
both
me
in
tell you
DC,
something.
right?
They're only in DC. Just happen to be in DC when we're there. Go figure.
Yeah, look, we got
So-
people here watching.
So that's all 3. Thank you. So
let-
anyway, so my dad goes over and taps him on his shoulder and says something, and he proceeds to turn around. And he goes, "You're Amanda," and then he goes, "You're Daddy Ed." Oh, well, ain't that some shit, people? We are
And
somebody,
we are
ain't
in
we?
Washington.
Look,
We are
look right here.
so-
Look, it says right here. It says right here. Plastic cups won't hurt anybody. See, we got more people watching. The Defender fans are sock.
So can I talk?
Now let's just. I want to talk about. I want to get the
Well,
experience.
you want my experience? You got to
Yes.
talk to me.
I want the experience. Like, what was it like seeing the beer snake live?
Okay.
What was?
pretty cool.
I will tell you that had I been sitting in that end zone, oh yeah, I'd have been all about the beer snake. I'd have been adding inches to the beer snake. There's no doubt I'd have been adding inches to the beer snake. So when you talk about the XFL, you're talking about the experience.
Yes, that's exactly
Okay.
right. That's what we're talking about. The fan
When
experience.
you're talking about the experience to date, there is no doubt DC has, whatever you want to say. DC has the
Has
best
now.
experience to date. But there hasn't been a BHawk game yet, so you can't.
That's
so
true.
you-
So now,
you
look,
can't
I will say
that.
this: I was in. I know a lot of people, shit on Vegas, shit on Cashman Field, and all that stuff. So I've been to 4 games live this year. Say we went to San Antonio, we went to Arlington, and I went to Seattle, and I went to Vegas. Hands down, by far, the best experience that I've had so far has been in Vegas. Just everything that they did and everything that was put together within that short amount of time was so good. Now, the thing is what I keep saying and what we all keep saying is St. Louis is really going to have to live up to this hype because that crowd that was in D.C. What 16,000? Wasn't that what it was? Like
It was
16?
16,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
16.
That place was crazy,
That
right?
place was crazy, and I will say, normally when you walk up the stands, I will say when Amanda and I first got to the game, we're walking up the steps to our seat. Usually, when you walk up the steps, you're.
Chugging pretty well.
I will say
I
that
said,
when we
"Woo."
walked up to our seats in Washington D.C., it was.
Well, yeah, because it's built as a soccer
Oh
stadium.
my! It's you are literally on the field.
Right. Okay. So that's what I want to talk about because I saw you guys' seats, right? Like, what was you guys were literally like right at the corner.
Now I
There's
can't.
not a bad seat in that
Okay.
stadium.
I can't
Not at
speak.
all.
I
It was a
can't
great
speak.
stadium.
There was a
Yeah.
couple hundred BHawk fans that sat in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm sure that they didn't leave that game without zest on their back
I'm sure.
because there was lemons flying continuously. Now, when you talk about pure experience
Mm-hmm.
of the game, the battle snake,
The beer snake.
awesome.
Battle snake.
Beer snake.
Okay, we'll say beer snake.
That's what it is. It's a beer snake.
Okay, so yeah.
Because that's another question I want to ask you guys.
Okay, so when you're talking beer snake, there's like
He's gonna start getting a battle
no
snake.
when you talk about experience, there's two different sides of the stadium, right? When you're on the beer snake side of the stadium, it's all about the beer snake
Party and having a good
But to
time.
me, the beer snake side is like that's like where you drop your kids off when you when you go to when you go
high
anywhere
school game.
and you go to a high school
The
game.
good doctor says right here, he goes, I kind of dig that beer snake or battle snake. Trademark that shit, Ed.
Oh no, we ain't gonna do that.
Okay,
He already got his you in the loop.
BHawk beer snake. That should be the next.
No,
Okay.
no, okay, let's talk about that. We
No,
got a
so-
fan over here chiming in. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this. Here's what I'm saying. This is exactly. Thank you. We got the idiot Frank over here talking. I haven't seen Frank in forever, and I mean he still looks as goofy as ever, but I still love him. You know, I mean those glasses on him is just ridiculous. I mean he looks like he's 70.
Oh my god, I'm gonna spit out
I know. I mean, you know. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
He's not doing you justice.
Stop calling me
Here
black.
goes. Here goes, Daddy.
This is nasty.
No, see, no, me and
Stop.
Frank used to do a show down here at Murphy's. We actually did it right there in the front of the bar, long time ago. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. This is what irritates me about the St. Louis fans. I'm watching all the Facebook pages and everything like we're on, right? Okay. Oh, the good doctor says hi. He said you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Is what Frank called you, good doctor.
Why don't we have battle beers?
See, there you go. Like, look, why did we go back to Anheuser-Busch? Every other city is doing a craft beer. Why did St. Louis go back to AB?
No, I meant like instead of doing the snake, you do battle beers like a food fight.
Oh no, we ain't doing that. See. No, we're not gonna do that.
No, so
This is why
can
we
I-
don't have.
This is
Can
why
I get
St.
back?
Louis
Can I
fans
get
are
back to
idiots.
my experience? You asked me about my
So you gotta
experience.
do it on one of those things where
Oh, here's okay. Go on, Ed. Back with your experience.
Okay, so let's get back to the experience. When you buy a ticket to the game,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter whether you're sitting at the 50-yard line, you're sitting in the end zone, whatever. It's all about the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Totally get the beer snake.
I do too. I love it.
Totally
I think it's
get
great.
the beer snake. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the experience. But that's what's going on in that end zone.
Right. Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly.
That's what's going on in that end zone.
But I think that's kind of that end zone because that's that cathedral type
Oh, yeah.
standing, right?
Yeah, and don't think for a second I wasn't watching the beer snake to see how long it got. There's no doubt about
Well, they
that.
ended up. How many did they do? Because we saw.
They not only went up from the row one up to the very top, but they started going sideways, and hell, they might even start the second beer snake.
That's what I thought. Now, Amanda, what was your experience like? Being that was your first, well, other than Alamo. Okay, so you went to San Antonio, and then you went to Arlington, San Antonio, and DC. Out of those three games, which one was your best experience?
San Antonio. Oh,
Really?
For sure. Absolutely.
Okay, why?
The fan base in San Antonio is amazing.
That is
I
true.
got to meet the Brahma Mamas. They're
That is true.
amazing. Leo and his
They're-
wife are phenomenal people. They actually offer food.
Great food.
They
Something we
left
don't
me-
do here in St. Louis.
They left me at
Exactly.
home on that one, so I
Yeah,
can't.
You
comment.
could have came with us, Ed.
I was never. No.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway, go ahead.
You could have came with us.
Anyway,
Anyways, asking your experience. So you would rank the three experiences.
you know why it was
So,
great
but-
was because I got to run in that parking lot like
And-
a fool, and everybody
Like my
still
wife said-
congratulated
But
us.
here's-
Like
at
my
the
wife
end of
said,
it.
like a chicken with her head cut off.
And I got to hear A-Train's laugh that is infectious, okay? I got to hear his laugh of me running around like your wife said, I'm like some chick.
See, Dave said San Antonio was great. Scott says, tell him Amanda.
But
Yeah,
here,
San Antonio all day. Like Viva Texas and his tacos, yes.
They were good.
Yes, I will say. Yes, great experience.
Okay,
but, I'm getting to it. Okay,
I know, that's why I'm trying to speed you up.
but I'm getting
I know
to it.
you
Well,
got-
but
you
you
got
know.
to keep going
He gets
solid
so
hour
excited.
show.
He gets so
Hour
excited.
show.
That's why I love Ed.
But here's the deal.
That's why I love Daddy Ed.
Okay, so
Hour show.
the whole lemon thing. I get the lemon thing up to the point of, they took the beer snake away, so the lemon becomes.
But when there's a bunch of drunks.
But once,
wouldn't you be pissed if they took your beer snake away?
Once they got the beer snake back, the lemons become irrelevant. All the lemons was a danger to the players.
That is true. I'll give you that.
Cameramen and all that.
I'll give you that. It was.
The lemons need to go away.
Okay, so now here I guess.
Okay, so the lemons are nothing more than
whoever
something.
put out that lemon logo, you guys
The
got
lemon
to go.
has something to do with
I
the
saw that
facility.
today. That lemon
and
logo is.
All right, so now let's talk about this.
Okay, so now we're talking about the true experience. I will definitely say, because Amanda and I, we talk to the people behind us. We talk to the people beside us.
Mm-hmm.
We talk to the people below us. We talk to the people after the game out in the street.
Want to know where we got our coats?
All they talked about.
Email Janet Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
Janet.dukes@xfl.com and say you want some big and tall coats.
The fans of DC had nothing but respect for the Battlehawk.
And seeing that, okay, so that's what I've noticed.
There was never.
So explain to me.
I started getting a text message from friends in St. Louis. No doubt, my wife, friends in St. Louis. When things started getting bad towards the end of the game, when there was fighting,
right? Yeah.
I had legitimate text coming across my phone saying, "You need to get out of there. Are you worried about your safety? All that kind of stuff." I can honestly say that never for 1 second
did you ever feel unsafe? Okay, so now let me ask you that.
We looked
at
each other like,
never what?
So for some reason, explain to me this. In 2020, we never played the Vipers, right? Never played them, but yet they were our rivals. We played DC. Now we played DC from 2020 and now we played them twice. So who really is our rival? Is it Vegas or is it DC?
Let me say
I would say it has to be DC, right?
Let me say it. Well, I talked to several fans in the stands and outside the stadium that I said, "You guys got the best of us today. There's no doubt."
Okay, so see right here. Now Andrew's saying DC is our new rival. So can we agree?
Jared Jones needs to be playing. There's no reason why that man should be sitting on that bench for 2 games. You let that man play. Because there's no reason.
I mean, listen, that was a fight. We don't know.
Tune in.
Yeah, we do. I watched it just like that.
Tune into the X-Fan show tomorrow. We'll talk about that.
Right. Now, let me ask you guys this.
For right now, let's talk about who is our rival. Okay?
Well, I mean, according to this, everybody's saying DC.
Absolutely, and let me tell you why.
Okay,
I wrote down here what makes a legit rivalry. Okay, number one.
Now you got to speed it up because we got to go into talking about this week's game.
No. Number one.
Okay.
You have 2 passionate fan bases.
Check.
There is no doubt.
Check
all the way.
Yep.
Number 2, both teams win.
Check.
Because if you have 2 teams that don't, if one of the teams don't win, who gives a crap about a rivalry? It don't mean anything.
Check.
Okay. Both teams win. Check. Mutual respect. Okay? You can say all you want about that.
So Robert goes, sounds like Ed had fun even with only the $50 experience. Let me hold on. Let me explain something to you. The experience Amanda and Ed got wasn't a $50 experience. I can tell you that for a fact.
So you talk about.
Look at me. When I say it was not, it was not.
It was a $50. It was a $50 experience according to Amanda because she wouldn't buy me the $80 experience that was right next to the stadium. But that's besides the fact. When you talk about.
Where did I come in?
When you talk about mutual respect,
we're grabbing the brass ring.
When you talk about a rivalry, you talk about mutual respect.
Yep.
You can say what you want about booing AJ McCarron and all that crap. Whatever. It's going to happen.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do. But is there an underlying respect for the other team?
Check. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you that DC is our new rivals.
Okay, so the fourth thing.
The good old rub and tug.
The fourth thing, fan experience.
And you said you had a great fan experience. Never felt unsafe.
When we went to DC, did we have the fan experience? Absolutely,
Yeah.
we do.
See, and I would say in the
Absolutely
north,
we do.
to me, in the north, DC would be our rival. In the south, it would be San Antonio, right? That would be if you have a north and a south rivalry. DC for the north, San Antonio for the south.
Listen,
Okay.
we were grinning year to year until halftime.
Oh yeah, so let's talk
Halftime
about
day, it went from.
let's talk about the
to
rest
this.
of it. Let's talk about the common bond that makes DC and St. Louis the ultimate rivalry. Okay.
Number 10?
When you talk about DC, what do you talk about? You talk about Dan Snyder.
That's true.
Did Dan Snyder not screw the DC RFK experience?
Yes, he did.
You had the Hogs. You had the NFC East, where the DC crowd, the DC fans, the DC team, the Washington Redskins, they were the ultimate.
You can't say
of the
that
NFC
anymore, Ed.
East. You can't. No, you can't.
Right. You can't say that
Just
anymore.
like St. Louis got screwed by Stan Kroenke.
That is true. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Okay, so let's
we
move
had
on.
We had the ultimate experience.
Okay, so there you go. So kind of like what we had in San Antonio. It
Yeah,
sounds
it
like,
was
right?
so
So
great.
would you went Amanda's, you went to both. Would you compare them both right around the same? But you just said because you just felt more welcome in San Antonio.
I felt more welcome in San Antonio by the fans, but in DC it was more the other way around.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, like when I say the players were, I mean, Aitman came running over to us and
Right.
gave us hugs. I mean, the dude was so. I mean, it
Right,
was, they were
now.
so welcoming.
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Stan Kroenke thing, right? Let's talk about all of that because now we're talking how many years removed are we away from Stan Kroenke, right?
And how many removed are they from Dan Snyder?
Right.
taking over the-
Exactly. So do we really, when we go into the Battle Dome this weekend, do we really need a Kroenke chant?
No,
Exactly.
No, we don't need it.
Because that's not what this
people.
team is about anymore,
We don't need it. Move on.
right?
absolutely.
We don't need that anymore.
It doesn't matter. And I will say that
Unless
when we
you're
were in-
chanting "Go Battlehawks" or
when we
whatever,
were
we
in
don't want to hear it.
Washington, they
None.
started the Dan Snyder sucks chant.
Right.
And I
Because it's still
totally-
new to them.
I
It's still
totally
new to
get it.
them. It's still new to
I
them.
totally get
But
it.
we're talking, I mean, like, look right here. Like you got the good doctor says, "Oh shit, stop the Stan Kroenke, get over it." Arlington says, "Come on, let's let this go." And then
Yes,
Andrew says,
let it go.
"You still hear the Kroenke chant." And I get you're going to still hear the Kroenke chant. But even
they-
our own coach said, we are almost when did they leave? 2015?
If they
Don't make their theme song "Let It
if
Go."
they
from
do a
Frozen,
Dan
okay?
Kroenke sucks chant,
I'll be
then
disappointed.
they are totally missing the point.
Yes.
Totally
Right
missing
now,
the point.
let's talk about it. We got to let it go because to me, it's pointless anymore. Right? We've
takes
shown that
away
we
from
are
the
a football
game.
team.
It
We
takes
show that
away
we are a
from the
football
game.
city. Right? We've already shown it. Kroenke won. Look, Ed. Let me ask you a question. You could take your company that's now worth $800 million, right? And then they say, hey, if you bring it out here to Los Angeles, I'm going to turn you into a $2 billion franchise overnight. What are you doing? What are you doing, Ed?
Yeah, go ahead. Answer that question.
being a finance guy, I'm moving.
And are you going to tell your employees in the city you're in, or are you just going to up and do it?
I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
But I will say this. Let's talk about the kicker then. If our field goal kicker is 3 for 7, if Amanda's kicker
Come on.
is 3 for 7, and he's a total game momentum breaker, are we going to continue with that kicker? Because, I know A-Train on the XFL show, he wanted to say, it's not
XFL
easy to
show.
kick field goals. It's not easy to kick it. No, it's not. But if I'm 3 for 7 and coming out with accurate financials as an accountant,
Andrew, that's fine. You can chant Kroenke sucks all you want. That is your point. What I'm telling you is when your new head coach for the Battlehawks say, this is not about Stan Kroenke anymore. We don't care about Stan Kroenke. St. Louis has showed that they are a football city.
we are building
Okay.
something new.
Okay, let
That's
me,
right.
Get over it.
Now,
Let me
Yeah.
say, no. Can I have a second?
yes, go ahead.
Damn.
Because
It's like you two are like
the game that we're
pulling
getting ready to
strings here.
talk about, the game we're getting ready to talk about is another big game for us too this
Okay.
week.
let me just say, for our coach, I give him
This
so
is the
much
BHawk
credit.
live show. We are broadcasting live from Murphy's on 21 13 22 6 Test on Ferry Road. Come down and join us. Oh, okay, my bad. Go.
Oh my God. Okay, to Coach Beck.
Join us every Wednesday night. This is a special show. We normally broadcast at 8 o'clock.
Really
Oh, okay, my bad. Go. I just got to get the plugs in. Go.
how many views would I get if I literally just pour this over your head right now?
No, he's got to put the pecker head back on before you do that.
Anyway, I just want to say, Coach Beck, I have a lot of respect for you as a coach after you saying you take full credit for what happened on that field, because I sure as hell did not hear the DC coach say not one thing about it.
Well, yeah, because he won. Why would he?
Excuse me. So for you to say that you take full credit for what happened, that is a man.
Because we're losers.
And I have respect for you for that. That's all you guys.
We're losers.
So let me add
That
to
is a
that.
man. Who
We're
owns
losers.
to his
Losers.
own shit
So
is
let
a
me
man.
Losers.
Let me say.
Losers.
Let me say.
No, a man that owns up to his own shit is a man.
Stay tuned to the X Fan Show
Tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
where you're gonna hear the real story of what caused that ruckus at the end of the game.
Right, exactly. Now.
It's not it's not the DC fans, and it's not the BHawk fans. Let me tell you who the real.
Okay, save it for
That's the
That's
teaser.
tomorrow, people.
That's the teaser.
That's the teaser. So
That's the
now,
teaser.
here's the big thing. Home opener. Yeah, look, you have the idiots on Facebook saying, "Oh, the dome's almost sold out," because here's how they're only looking at it. And this is what irritates me. They're only looking at 2 seats, right? So if you break it down to 1, 2, 3, and 4 seats, there's a lot more seats open than you guys all think. Guys, we have showed you from day one how many seats have been selling on this show. You guys just tune not to listen to us. I can tell you this right now. There are going to be 40,000 people in that stadium. And,
Is that
Amanda.
speculation?
No, I'm going to give a speculation. You ready, Amanda? I'm going to give you guys a speculation. If you want to see him and her, you might want to get your season tickets because I think they're going to be there. I'm speculating that Dwayne and Danny are going to be there at the game.
Rock, I love you, but Danny.
That's just
Happy National Women's Day to Danny and to all the women out
that's just
there, by the
what
way.
I'm saying. There are more tickets on there than what it looks like. If you're going to look at the tickets, break it down into 1 ticket, 2 ticket, 3 tickets, 4 tickets. Trust me, they're going to sell 45,000 seats.
All I know is that Stoops better bring his scoop.
Now-
He's
What
gonna
do they
be
say?
scooping his way out.
Undersell, over deliver.
Right, let's talk about that because we are going against our former head coach, who is now the OC of the Arlington Renegades, Jonathan Hayes, and our former defensive coordinator, his brother, Jay Hayes.
By the way, did he ever get paid?
Who?
Jonathan Hayes?
Oh, yeah. That's why
He
he's
got
back.
paid?
Yeah, that's why
He
he's
got
back.
paid?
So, with the way that the Renegades played
In
against,
arrears?
in arrears.
In arrears.
He got it in arrears.
Okay.
He got it in
Anyway,
arrears.
okay,
He got
anyway.
it in arrears. Okay.
Right, yeah. So the way that, see, the good doctor says, I'll take your speculation and raise it into a guarantee. I bet you will. I bet you will, good doctor.
I'm gonna have to talk to you about the good doctor. I'm trying to figure out what that's all about. I'm new to
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay.
He's actually one of the probably one of the more credible media sources in St. Louis,
Okay.
unlike some of the other ones that watches our show.
Okay.
He's not an idiot.
Yeah.
So when you say the good doctor,
You know,
you're
like
saying
there's that show that's called the TKO.
So when you're saying good doctor, you're actually saying it with a measure of respect.
Yeah. But there's something on some new channel called the TKO that, just like to bash things in 2020, and then when they came, he decided to gargle, and now he's all gargling again. It's not a really good show, but I mean it's an okay show. You know what I mean? Yeah, the good doctor is a resourceful idiot. That he is. He's an idiot, just I'm a stupid idiot. That's how we get along so well. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So with the way that the Renegades played against the Orlando Guardians, which might be the team that's going to go 0-10, okay? I know they're talking about, Quentin Flowers is back. Okay, Quentin Flowers wasn't that good in the spring league. He wasn't that good in XFL 2020. You know what I'm saying? You heard Kyle Slutter said, why are we putting ourselves in 3s and 8s, 3 and 7s? When we were opening up the game, the passing game, we were doing well, right? Now here's the one thing we know about the Battlehawks defense. They have a great pass defense. I mean, they have the second most tackles in the league next to the Vegas Vipers at 150, right?
I would somewhat agree with you. They didn't show up in week 3.
Because why? Okay, we have a great pass defense, not a great run defense. There's a difference. The defenders are a running team.
Oh, because they got Jonathan Hayes. That's all he does.
So,
Run.
so how do you think we are going to do? The Hayes brothers coming back into St. Louis, playing the Battlehawks in front of 45,000.
I know that they're 2-1. I know that they're 2-1. I get it. But the first week, they were handed the win.
That is true. We were there.
They had 2 pick sixes that basically handed them the win. Offensively, they had 1 touchdown for the whole game.
That is true. But that was their backup quarterback in Drew Plitt, who wasn't really that good.
So you look at last week they go to Orlando, right? They win 10-9.
No, that was in Arlington. They played in Arlington.
Well, that's even worse.
And you had your number 1 starter.
They play the Guardians and they win 10-9. They get 1 touchdown. They're not an offensive juggernaut.
No, they're not. I agree with you. I mean, now, you saw later in the game when Slaughter started going to Sal, his tight end.
Is it Slaughter or Slaughter?
I don't know. It's one of those.
It's like
Slaughter.
Half the shows you watch, they Slaughter. Half they Slaughter.
But all I know is this: is Kyle and Sal, once they started connecting, that was a dangerous combo. A quarterback to his tight end. I mean, look, I'm not a Travis Kelce fan or
the tight end in my fantasy league.
Listen, I'm not a Travis Kelce fan or a Patrick Mahomes fan, but when the two of them connect, it's like a hot knife sliding through butter. You know what I'm saying? So, and when we had Jordan on the show, we were talking to Jordan, and I said, why is it that these leagues take 2 to 3, 3 to 4 weeks to really start amping up, right? He's like, well, it's really because we don't have the preseason, we're not really doing with pads and everything, right? So now Slaughter's back for his week 2. Kind of, I said he called his coaches out. Some people said he didn't, saying, we need to open it up more. Do you think they come into the dome because Jonathan Hayes knows how low the dome's going to be? Do you think they start opening it up, or what do you think?
I hope they do, because number one, they have the rule in the XFL that each team gets 15 head cams or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Headsets.
Headsets.
That is true. You guys seen that a lot in Vegas. So, what do you think, Amanda?
I guarantee you that I don't care whether they're wearing the headset or they're not wearing.
Did you guys know that Kyle is a former Minnesota Viking?
Oh, I do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a backup quarterback.
Oh, Keelan says hi to Amanda.
Hi.
Yeah, he was a backup quarterback.
So,
that's why I know the guy.
Right, okay.
That's why I'm trying to say, is it Slaughter or Slaughter?
I don't know.
Because being a Viking
Arlington,
I want to give him his due respect.
He spelled it this way, Slowter.
Well,
I would say Slaughter.
He's getting
Slaughter.
I would say Slaughter.
Because he's getting slaughtered.
Okay. But anyway.
Sorry.
What were you going to say? I mean, where are you at on it? This is Coach Hayes' first game back in the Battle Dome. He knows how low it's going to be.
Honestly, I'm not worried.
The thing is the Battlehawk offense will be able to communicate. The Renegades, regardless of whether they're wearing the headsets or whatever, doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to hear. But where the equalizer is,
you got to look there, Ed.
the Brady Bunch.
That's tomorrow. You'll have the Brady Bunch.
The thing is will the Battlehawk defense be able to communicate?
See, that's where I agree with that. I mean, yeah.
Because just like the offense for the Renegades will have trouble communicating, so will the Battlehawk defense. And so, as Amanda talks to the linebacker coach tomorrow night, what kind of dedication are they going to give on the defensive side of the ball to ensure that when the Battlehawks are playing their game on Sunday, the defense can communicate? Because if the offense, the Renegades can't communicate, if the Battlehawk defense can't communicate, that doesn't help us either. So, what kind of time is being spent on communication?
I will say my one concern, though, is that JJ is now not playing for 2 games, and he's one of the biggest guys in the O-line.
That is true.
Other than Gonzalez.
It is
So
true.
that does
tomorrow.
concern me a little bit for the O-line. I don't know. Just from the second AJ gets the ball, from the time he gets it.
Now, I will say this, though.
Till the time he gets it out, I feel like, I want to say, where's Aitman at? Where are you at?
But Akeem Butler, though, Akeem Butler has been.
I love you, Aitman, but where
Akeem Butler has kind of been AJ's go-to guy. I mean, he had over 100 yards.
But you can't have one. Where are you at?
That is true. You can't. You can't have one.
I had the sideline experience with.
You don't have the running game. You can't just have Butler.
That's true.
Yeah, I had.
Where's the other?
And I had this, and we had the sideline experience with Aitman. The guy's like 8 feet tall.
I know. I saw the picture. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this because
I mean, at some point in time, you have to incorporate him into the offense, and I don't care whether it's
Give him the
throwing
ball.
8 feet tall and let him catch it or what. But you got to get him involved. The guy needs to be involved.
Now,
And he wants to be, I think.
so if we look at it, the next 2 games are here at home. We have the Renegades, and then we have the Defenders coming in on the 25th. Do you think that this team could be overlooking? See, like here, Andrew says a pro gets it every once in a while. My thing with the receivers of the Battlehawks, I don't think we have the speed receivers.
Yeah, but there were some catches that were sent to pro in DC that were like bobbled.
So is Hill not going to play? Why no run? I think Hill got suspended, right? Didn't he get?
No, Hill didn't get suspended.
The only person that got suspended for 2
That's
games
right.
was JJ, which I think is
Well,
bullshit.
again.
Now here's my concern with the Battlehawks offense, and we've been seeing it over the last 3 weeks, right? We have no speed. We have no speed threats. None whatsoever. That's the problem. We have a lot of hands. We have a lot of guys that can catch balls, but we
Not
have.
the first game we didn't.
Well, that's true. But
First
we
game
have.
we didn't. Second game we did, but we didn't have then there was like totally different.
Yeah, see, like right here. Look, Andrew says it right here, and I agree with that. Enough with the runs up the middle at the start of the game. I agree.
God.
Gotta have a running
my
back
God.
in order for that to happen, people.
Let's talk about the Vikings in the NFL.
But hold on,
Their-
let's talk
Their
about this.
running game
do it
is
right now.
handing the ball up the middle for nothing. If
Yeah.
that's all the, if that's
But here's
all
the deal. Here's my one thing though. AJ, please don't pass the ball for 2 yards. Okay?
Open it up, right? Open it up.
Jordan threw a
you
56-yard
have
pass.
58-yard dime.
58,
You
yes.
have to-
Bomb, and it literally, like, and they caught it.
You
like,
have
where,
to-
like,
you
we
have
can't
to stretch-
succeed with 2 yards.
Yes, you got to stretch
you
the field.
have to stretch the defense.
So, okay, with that being
Can't
said,
succeed with 2-yard
with that
throws.
being said, right, we have the Renegades coming into St. Louis, playing in front of 45,000, right? I'm saying this. I'm saying we see our first overtime shootout in this game. That's my prediction with the Battlehawks winning in a shootout.
Hopefully not by a kick.
What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you
I hope
saying?
it doesn't go to a shootout by a kick.
Okay, I'm just saying. Who do you think wins?
Oh, I think we will. But I
Right?
don't think it'll be by a kick.
The only reason it would go to an overtime shootout.
I think it'll be a 4th and 15.
We only got 1 minute, Ed, because they're starting music jukebox bingo.
The only time that it would turn into an overtime shootout is if our kicker can't put it between the posts.
Ooh.
And I'm just saying, 3 for 7.
It would.
And I'm telling
We're
If
not
he
saying
can't- if
anything
he
anybody
can't-
else ain't
And
saying.
with that being
If
said,
he can make a field goal, we gotta move on.
with that being said, this is the BHawk Live. Thank you, everybody who joined us. Thank you for the few that came down to Murphy's.
Move on.
We will see you guys this Wednesday at the Broadway's Broat Bar Zest parking lot for the big shindig. Super Jam will be on the stage at 10:30. Big Papa G, me and Amanda, and we'll throw Daddy
Don't
Ed on
miss
there.
what Daddy Ed and I have in
Yes,
store
we
for
will
you
see you
on
guys
Sundays. You gotta come out.
Sunday is
Promise.
Sunday,
It's gonna be a
we'll be
special
there.
day.
So come on down, hang out with us for the home opener. It should be fun.
Kevin Atkins, you're the man, dude. Love ya.
Big man ballin', you just wait.
With that being said, there was the call, and we are.